What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. This is an unplanned video because this is in between me doing this in between my phases here because let me let you guys know about something. It's something I've been dealing with in the background, trying to come up with a solution to it. And I'm trying to figure out, not nothing I was going to keep from you guys. I'm going to tell you guys about it. I'm just trying to figure out how we were going to deal with it. So I know I'm like all over the place. And so the reason for this break in the videos that the current phase of videos that I'm doing right now is the iDCCD controller. So let me give you the backstory. It's going to be a little story time. Okay. So basically this is what happened. Well, there was an update that came up. So an update popped up on it. It looked like there was an update available for the app, right? So I said, oh, cool. Let me do the update and see what happens. It's supposed to, make things a little bit better, a little bit smoother, faster reacting and stuff like that. So I did the update. Once I did the update, and then I tried to connect the app to the iDCCD controller, it just wasn't communicating. So I was like, well, dang, what the hell? Did I do something wrong with the update? So I did some, I kind of contacted iWire. They told me to send them some screenshots of what I was seeing. So I sent some screenshots of all the stuff that I was seeing. And it was a bunch of renditions of it. And they gave me a more up-to-date version of it. And they had been working on it back and forth. We had been doing that, trying to troubleshoot why the app was not connecting with the controller anymore. Now, controller's working fine. It's just the app. So at first we think, well, maybe it was something going on with, my phone, the Android that I use and seeing all of that stuff. And come to find out that still wasn't it. And then we did a little deeper dive into it. And then, iWire got back with me. And they, like I said, they've been helping me out throughout this whole process. They've been extremely engaged, man. And they was like, hey, you know what? There was another update. The updates that was out, and then it is an update for what their new what I have is I got like one of the very first iDCCD controllers that came out, and I'm on Gen 1. I'm on the version Gen 1 firmware. Well, there's an upgrade that was out that's for a Gen 2 software. So let me I kind of got that. I got it pulled up on my tablet to kind of give you a rundown on what actually is, the Gen 2 upgrade, the firmware upgrade they have for it. Well, it's supposed to be, what it says on here online, it's a major step forward in how the controller responds, communicates, and grows with the vehicle. So it's supposed to be it's supposed to deliver more faster adjustments when I make the adjustments to the controller. And it's supposed to be a better immediate connection between the driver input and the center differentials response. So all of this stuff is supposed to be, it's supposed to be better for it. But like I said, the update that I downloaded was for the Gen 2. Since I had gotten mine, they had already made improvements and upgrades on it. Well, what it's going to require for me is I have to take the controller out and send it back to them. So, iWire, they sent me, this information on what the upgrade is. And then they sent me a label and all of that so that I can send the controller back to them. I just have to take the controller box out, send it to them. They're going to put the upgraded firmware, the upgraded hardware in there. And with this upgraded hardware, it's not going to require another hardware upgrade in the future. This is more to future proof it to where all adjustments can be made through the app. And I think that's what was going on with the app. It wasn't able to communicate with the Gen 1 that I have. So I got to take it out, send it to them. They're going to do the upgrade and send it back to me. So this video is going to be about me pretty much just taking off the passenger side of the dash, getting up in that little tight spot and pulling that thing out of there. And then I'm going to send it back in, and then we'll see what happens with there, and then we'll test out the new upgrades and stuff like that. But that's just giving you a little backstory on what's been going on, and kind of like they hit me with this, and then I'm like, oh man, let me go on here. I just got off from work. I'm gonna jump up in here, take this thing out. And now that does not mean I cannot drive the car. I can still drive the car. Everything is still, well, it's just going to be, then the center diff controller is not going to be operation. It's just going to be like it was in the beginning before I had the controller. So I can still drive the car. It's just me. I'm not. The car is going to be sitting because I don't want to be taking the freaking, taking them panels and all that stuff off again. I'm going to take all this stuff off, leave it off till they fix it, till they do their little upgrades. I'm going to put it back in, then I'm going to put it back together one time. So the ghost will be down for a while. But for right now, what we're about to do, jump up in the car, pull everything out, and then we'll box this thing up, and I'm gonna run it to UPS and send it off. All right, y'all, so here we are. I'm pretty much gonna do all the same stuff I did before without having to take all the other stuff apart. But we're gonna remove the glove box, and then remove all of the other little stuff that I have in here. This little panel right here, this little piece right here, so I can get full access back there. So you guys gonna have to just watch over here from the sideline. So let me go and get this thing cracking. All right now, well, got him out of there. Now we gotta take this off. Put that right there like that there. And this is what I need to send back to him. So let's go over to the bench real quick and let's get this situated. All right, got that thing out of here. I gotta tell y'all, man, hold on, my fan is on. Well, man, it is like 90 degrees in here. All right. All of my little paperwork here. That guy's in there. Put this on top of there. And this bad boy is boxed up and ready to go. I'm gonna put the paperwork in here and everything. And I'm gonna mail this thing off. So I'm gonna get this thing packaged up. Take it to go get it to mail it off. And then we'll wait for it to come back. And when it comes back, we'll hook it back up and we'll see what changes and what's different about the new way and the old way. We'll figure out the differences there.
One eternity later.
What is up, everybody? And we are back. So after about 7 or 8 days, we got it. Show you guys. All right, so here it is. We have it returned here. Let me get me something to cut this open with. Got this delivered, and this should be to our iDCCD controller. Alrighty, put that blade up. There it is. If I can get the thing out of there with one hand, there we go. And then we just get this guy put back in. Let's get this thing installed back in the car. For one, I have an appointment to take my daughter to, so the whole family about to pile up in the Honda and go take care of that. That's gonna take majority of the day to get that done, but I want to get this thing installed right now, and then I'll be able to test drive this thing because I got an appointment tomorrow. But I have like a little less than maybe less than an hour and a half to get this thing in here. So between filming and trying to get this thing in here, it's going to be a mug. But let's get this thing in the car. That way then I have it ready so I can drive it in the morning to my appointment, and we can do a test drive on it, and then we can see how it goes. But right now, let's get in here, get this thing installed, and see if we can get back in the app, get it to connect and all that stuff, and kind of get everything set back up the way it was. That way then I can test this thing out, make sure we good. All right, y'all, so let's see where we at before I start buttoning all this stuff back up. Let's see if we good. All right, so we're gonna go DCCD, continue. It says it's finding that. A device connected successfully. Oh yeah. Hey, there we go. We in this thing. Shoes, and you don't even have to go through the other steps you had to go through before. And it looks better. The display on this thing is different. So the Gen 2 upgrade is on point. So let's go through a few of these little things here. Yep, all around. There we go. And the setup is complete, so we should be good to go. It's like I said, it's doing way better than it did before. All right, y'all. So yeah, I had to make sure that I get the little SI drive control panel to cut on whenever the headlights is on. That's what I should have picked instead of the other one. But now it's working. Everything connects, and it actually connects fast. You don't have to push that one little button no more, any of that stuff. It just bam, just kicks right on, and it gets right to it. So it's definitely responding faster. But I want to take it out on the test drive. I'm kind of pressed for time for right now. So what I'm going to do is, tomorrow, this video ain't over with yet. So tomorrow we're going to take a little drive, see how everything works, see how it responds, if I feel any difference. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I will or not, but just the fact that how it interacts with the actual controller when I connect the app to it, it's way faster. It's much snappier. It's quick. It's like, bam, it's on there. So that's good in itself, because when you get in, you got to do all this little extra stuff. I got to test everything else. I just can't do it right now. We're gonna do it tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do, as I'm just gonna do the reverse of what I did when I took it apart. I'm gonna put all this stuff back together, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning when we go for a little ride. All right, y'all, test drive time around this piece, man. So one thing I want to say right off the bat, you can definitely tell the difference of when that center diff, if you have a DCCD on or not. So if you do the swap and you ain't got a controller to control that center diff, it's a definite difference in how the car feels with and without one, is what I'm trying to say basically. So I know before it seemed a little rough, a little grittier without it, but with it, it's a lot smoother. It feels way more planted, and you can dang near almost feel whenever the when a side of the car takes over, whether it be the front or the rear, you can feel it. And then now let me break this down. For one, the main reason why I had to do any of that stuff is because let me just do a little recap, dog. So I had issues with the app connecting to the controller, and this was after I did an update. So I did the update, and then all of a sudden, it wouldn't connect to the controller no more. So now let's keep in mind here, as soon as the iDCCD controller came out, they sent me one right away. Bam, and I got mine, reserved that thing quick as hell, and I kind of got one of the first units. So in that unit had the Gen 1 firmware in it. Well, when I did the update on the app was, it was formatted for the Gen 2 upgrade, which I didn't have. That was the reason why the app wouldn't connect with the controller. So I was going back and forth with iWire on that, and mind you, they were all in trying to figure out what it is, and then I was sending them screenshots and stuff like that. And then once we got to the point where we figured out, hey, you know what, this is based on this, and then I gave them the serial numbers and all that of my actual unit, and that's when we figured out that I needed to send my controller in to get it upgraded with new hardware in it. And then the future updates will be able to be done through the app and all of that. Which brings us to right now. So now, one thing before when I did this thing, when you would have to press it, you would hit the app, you would hit iDCCD, and then you would hit continue. You would hit continue. Then once you get to that next screen, you have to click on the actual module, because you know the serial number and all that for the unit that I have will pop up on it. You hit that, and then you have to press a checkbox, and then hit continue again, and then all of this information will pop up. But now, Lordy. Right now, all I got to do is click two things, well, three things. iDCD, continue, hit the module, bam, it pops up. So that's a lot quicker. The functionality of it is a lot quicker. It seems to be a little bit more responsive and reactive. There's no delay in between switching to whatever it's doing. So, I mean, any other upgrades or notice to the upgrades, I think it's mostly just to help it helps it communicate with the controller and with the car better. So basically what that upgrade did is improve how the controller connects to the car. So that, whoa, look at this idiot. God dang, boy. So brings us to this point. Like I said, it's a definite difference. The car, it feels good like it did before. Before it was rougher, and putting this thing back in here helped me understand just how rough it was. But everything is good. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's actually responding a whole lot quicker. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys, man. Everything was a success. Everything is working perfectly with the app. The app connects to the controller even faster than it did before. It does seem a tad bit more responsive, as you guys can see. I don't know how good you guys are gonna be able to see that. It's a glare. But that's all I got for you guys, man. Appreciate y'all if y'all made it this far in the video. Make sure that you do like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, fam, peace.